Hello, Cancers. Happy birthday season. All right, let's get going. We're going to do singles and then couples for the month of July 2024. I am Cody, your conscious soul reader. If you are brand new, welcome to my channel. I appreciate your curiosity. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, welcome back. I appreciate your continued support, all of your love, all the likes, shares, comments, all the fun stuff. I greatly appreciate that. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That will let you know every single time I am energetically called to come live. We are blazing right through these, so we're going to go ahead and take care of Cancer. These are going to be for the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If anything does not resonate, go to another one of your signs. Watch those and see if you can't put together a pretty good picture of what's going to happen for you during the month. And if you're interested in a personal reading, all that information is in the description box of this video. All right, commercial over. Let's go. Yes, the moon and risings. Okay, Sun and Venus. This is for singles. If you are interested in somebody, if you are ready to attract in, if you are available and open to seeing what is going to be happening in the world of love, this part of the reading is for you. If you are in a couple, a partnership, a situationship, a relationship, a marriage, blah, 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 everything that society makes up nowadays, that side, if you have issues with that person, that part of the reading will be for you. All right, here we go. Let's get started. So we're going to look at Cancers. Singles. Single people. I have to say that because I have a lot of masculine, a lot of feminine that watch. So, and again, in tarot, there is no gender. It's just energy. Single people. Yeah. It's a highly overplayed song that everybody knows, so I'll say it. What's that? You placement. What do my Cancer placements need to know? What do they need to know? Like that. All right. I'm not on fire. I say this every time. That's my incense. It's just right underneath my webcam, and it happens to catch this little ambiance. So I hope one day to make use of that effect. All right. What's that you position? Talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah. Thank you. Oh. And a oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Ah. Oh. Okay. Okay. We got the Ace of Cups. We've got the King of Pence. And then we've got this guy. That is the good old strategizer. So the Seven of Swords is a plan being set in action, trying to maneuver to make things happen, basically trying to maneuver things possibly in your favor, potentially. I do have the Four of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Justice card underneath. So there could be a new love offer coming in. This could be you have been pouring into yourself for a very long time, a very long time. I don't want to jump the gun on the Seven of Swords just yet. I know if you happen to watch tarot, a lot of the readers and a lot of times, and it depends on what it comes out with, this is that liar, the cheater, lies, cheating, right? Flashcard of Seven of Swords, but also it is strategy. And again, I'm not on fire if you're just tuning in. It's my incense. So there's a strategy here. The Four of Swords says that there's some thinking here. Possibly thinking about how to start to let people know that you're ready to start accepting offers. I've got the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands. We've got the the Page of Cups, the Nine of Wands underneath that, right? So you're resilient. You've been through some stuff. And yeah, you might be getting ready to let the world know, right, that something could be happening because you've been working on yourself. Okay. All right. So the you position, you got 3. Greedy, greedy, greedy. What crosses or complements my single Cancers? What crosses or complements? You, and I say you, I am a Cancer sun. So don't we require so much? Oh, okay. Love me, nurture me, help me. Okay. Oh, yes. Love me. We've got the 9 of Cups coming out. So again, with another page, a third page, the Page of Swords, you've learned a lot and you've awakened to this possibility of bringing in a partnership. Lover's card, but the 8 of Swords is here. The 8 of Swords is here. 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, the 4 of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of thinking about this. And the 9 of Wands says that, you're no dummy. You've been through some things, and I say this a lot, and I say this often. If you have reached a certain age in life, you've experienced some pain, you have experienced some heartache, you have been through it, you have had to heal, you've had to process things, you've had to go over things. And so we move into our future connections wiser, stronger, eyes open a little bit more to, behaviors. A lot of you, if you break up with somebody, if you're, like me, you will dive into, soothing message, right? So you go out and you get a bunch of information and you start seeking the whys, the hows, the things that will help nurture your mind, your soul, your spirit to get you through the pain, to help you make sense of it. So when you start doing that work on self and you start committing to figuring things out, 4 of Pentacles of the Hermit, then there's this heavy thought process with your guard up really high. Cancers have that shell that they tuck into once they get hurt, and they hide away and they tuck in. Your shell is your home. That's your safety. That's your safety net. That's your safe place. And you think of the Cancer and it's got its pinchers right there, right? You're not ready for anything. You're not really open to the possibility. Sometimes, a lot of times when we come out, and if you go through it and if you get real hurt, you start to blink it. You know the kind. If you come out of it with a certain sign and then you just kind of blame the whole sign, and then if you come out of it with, sometimes you go, gender against gender, which is unfortunate. This is all very unfortunate side effects to pain and processing, to blanket everything. And then you start to uncover information, you start to learn, you start to uncover more knowledge. There's the last page. I keep pulling these pages out. You're getting messages of wisdom and information that is empowering you and encouraging you to want to begin again. But you're no dummy. The 9 of Cups is out here saying, yes, you've healed. Yes, you're emotionally ready, but you're still, that 9 of Cups, they've got their arms over their heart because it's very limited access to get that 1 cup, right? To get that 1 cup to make sure that it does complete the 10 of Cup picture that you're aiming for. We're all aiming for, idealistically, right? Kind of want that ultimate emotional fulfillment, exact right utopic connection, the utopic location, the utopic job, the utopic partnership. Oh, come on. No whammies, right? It's the game of press your luck. What is the best that can be achieved in the circumstance? I feel like with all these swords, though, you're getting ready to communicate this. Sometimes when you go through these things and then you start to get, your tribe, your people, the people who love you. Sometimes I never liked that guy. I never wanted them around. Or I knew she was trouble. She was trouble from the beginning. I always gave her crap, and you knew, then it begins. And then this rally comes around and it starts to reinforce your decision. And they come from a good place. So when you start to come out and say, I'm ready to start getting back out there, everyone, gets protective because they remember they were there with you. And so that 7 of Swords, that 4 of Swords, right? You're kind of getting ready to kind of start talking about this with the 6 of Wands out there. 9 of Cups says you're, excited maybe a little bit because we had all the pages coming out. All the pages is this giddiness. There's the 2 of Cups. Just beep. You're giddy. Giggity. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's look at the best that can be achieved. That seems to be going around. I've seen a lot in the collective is that the water signs, I think they got tired of getting hit in the emotional fields. And so there was a lot of work done to protect those emotions. I think it had to do something with that celestial shifts that happened. There was a lot of cleansing. There was a lot of changes that had happened. There was a lot of realizations. There was a lot of eye-opening experiences where you are very, very aware. And this King of Pentacles is no dummy. They sit down, they do that hard work because they know that it's worth the reward at the other end, right? To completely and totally detach, to do that difficult work, to finally just cut it off once and for all, to finally let go, to be able to start the purge of the pain, to move on to your bliss and happiness, to be able to get on with it, right? So to sit and do the work because you know it's worth the reward, and when you're coming back out there, you're like, okay, I got this. I'm ready. I am so much wiser. I'm so much smarter. I'm so much more healed than I was when I began the last thing, right? And you're more healed on that one than you were with the last one, and so on and so forth. And when you look forward, it gets a little bit more optimistic, and you get a little bit more hopeful. But the people who go through the pain with you, they still got their weapons out and they still want to protect you and help you. And that's a very, water sign Cancer thing, because when we feel and when we hurt and when we cry, it's pretty pathetic. It's pretty sad. It's pitiful. It's downright pitiful. I go there often, and people, talk about cancers in a way of, oh, cancers are just, don't get a cancer, don't get a cancer. It's because we're raw in our emotions and we go there. I mean, I feel the emotion coming up right now talking about how sensitive I am. Listen to her. Listen to her being sheltered. She's like, don't you talk about me. It's pitiful. And being the baby water, right? We are a little bit delicate whenever that happens. And so the people who love you most protect you fiercely. And if you have those Cancer placements and you have that trait in you to be able to tune into your emotion in that way, right? All water signs basically, but that emotion is so pure and it's so raw and it's so beautiful in this day and age when everybody's so quick to snap into anger and battle and fight and revenge and all the nastiness that's very, very low vibrational energy. Cancers, water signs, a lot of times will go in, they hide away, and they just get it out. And if you are very, very lucky to get a part of that journey with them, it's pitiful. It's pitiful. So you're a little nervous possibly about how to, let people know, look, I'm ready to get it back out there. Maybe, I'm not seeing any major arcana out here. So maybe, if you've done this, kind of on your own, nobody really knows, because cancers, you tuck in and it's a real quiet thing. It's a real quiet thing when you do stuff. Much like Scorpios, Pisces are pretty much that way. It's the feelings, it's the emotion, it's raw. What's the best that can be achieved? Sorry, y'all. Rebel agrees. What's the best that can be achieved? What's the best that can be achieved? Bing, King of Wands. Okay, that big decision, a very good decision, a very intelligent decision that is expressed in a way that everyone can hear loud and clear. This is in a way that says you're confident. You're extremely confident in this decision, and you present it in a way that paints a picture that everybody can see with you. Right? It's describing this. The wands are about creativity, so you can paint a very clear picture of what that future is going to look like because you've already planned this out. The kings are sitting, right? That's a very confident decision because of your balance. Here's another page. the balance here, the work, the lessons you learned, the cause and effect. You're ready. You're ready. Four of pence, four of swords, 4 4 4. Okay, the foundation has been set. Yes, you're guarded. Yes, you're protected. But the boundaries you're setting and the introspection in which you're using to make these decisions is different. It's just different. An emotional younger Cancer, right? There's the blanketing of the pain that we assign to people, but it's an unhealed person. Any sign can be toxic if they're unhealed. Any gender can be toxic if they are unhealed. If they don't do the work on themselves, they will spew all that crap at everybody who will be in their proximity. Anybody in their proximity. They're all over their quantum field with blah, blah, blah. And misery loves company. So, the squeaky wheel, unfortunately, gets the grease. And so when you hear all that, anyway, where'd I go there? The foundation. Let's look at the foundation. We're going to look at the foundation for the reading. Hi, Eva. What's the foundation? Bing, getting back out there. 3 of Cups. You're dating. You're building friendships. Look who's back. 4 of Swords just wants to be out here. I'm going to let it be here in the foundation because I feel like all the foundation of this, 4s are about foundations. And this is done from a place of introspection. You've looked inside and you are ready. You're ready. You're very, very aware. The information you have gathered, super keen, so balanced in your decisions. The 2 of Pentacles, you're able to do it all. You're able to do it all because of these lessons, these profound lessons. Decisions are being made. Exactly. We have been in 3 of Swords for a while. So in that 3 of Swords, in the Rider-Waite, the 3 swords are up on the wall behind the person and they're laying in meditation. And there's a sword underneath them that that's their main sword. But those swords are up on the wall for meditation about the pain, the heartache, the grief, the suffering, the lies, the betrayal, figuring it out, learning, discovering, understanding, coming to terms with. And there's a sense of peace in that, to studying, It's pain makes you wiser. Pain makes you smarter. The lies, the deception, the betrayal, it sharpens you. It sharpens you for what's next. They think they're hurting you. They think they're hurting you with this, and all they're doing is making you an even stronger soldier. And so when you're ready for the next thing coming in, it's built from a place of a vibration where you're quite capable of manifesting very like-minded frequencies where you're all aware and you're all vibrating better, and you're all in this frequency of wanting to live in your integrity with your decisions. Your moral barometer is very, very well set because of what you have experienced, the kind of pain you've been through. You don't like that happening to you. You wouldn't do that to anyone else. And so that's where your standards are set. That's where you're meeting yourself now. That's where you're understanding about vibrations and lower frequencies and what you attract in whenever you're in that vibration. And so you come out of this stronger, faster, better, wiser. We can rebuild them. Who is that? The Bionic Man? Is that what they told me? Okay, what's that past energy? What's that past energy for Cancers? This is for single Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Single Cancers, ready for love. Ooh. What is that past energy? I'm just curious. I don't hang out there very long. I just want to see if there's anything pertinent. Oh, Page of Swords. Lots of research. Mm-hmm. There it is. Five of Cups. Death card. Hmm. Now, the Two of Pentacles in this was you trying to do things in a different way. You let society guide your decisions. You let the other person's manipulation get over on you. You allowed yourself to try to nurture somebody into that original feeling. There was, so many things where you got involved with the game. You were involved with other people's learning experiences. I call them practice partners. That's my coined phrase. It's practice partners. You're in this practice of figuring out how to date, how to cohabitate, how to coexist with somebody from a partnership stance. How do you coexist with somebody in your life in that way? On what level, right? These are practice partners, figuring out what you like and what you don't like. And then moving forward in this energy. I've got the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Cups originally, right? Five of Cups originally, grief, sadness, despair. There you are. There you are. You're like, my God, isn't that pitiful? Isn't this pitiful? It's pitiful. And you're like, enough. I am tired. I am sick and freaking tired of being the spectacle of emotional. Can relate. Oh my God. And so, you've been confused, you've been arguing, you know what you're talking about here, you know what it is that you need to have happen, and you've been trying to like, come on. And the Two of Pentacles in the Rider Waite, there's all that like ocean chop behind, and they're just like, and when I see the Two of Pentacles in my head, every time I hear the circus entry, right? You're juggling, and it's the circus. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what you tried to make sense. You're like trying to make it make sense, and it never did. And you're like, and so you changed everything, because you're sick and tired of this feeling. The fives are about changes, changing yourself because of that gut wrenching emotion. Sick and freaking tired of it. Yeah. Let's talk about that future outcome for Cancers. Future outcome for Cancers. Hi. Hello. Okay. All right. Future. Oh my God. Not me splitting up the Two of Cups. And then there's the Knight of Cups. There's the Hermit. Yeah. This is so cute. Okay. All right. Let's see. What's that future outcome for Cancers? Oh, here, always get something. What's that future? Oh. Bing. Empress. Ace of Pentacles. Do you see how much more grounded that is? That is so much more grounded than this emotional, like, wee, or this passionate, like, woo. So you're not trying to get as you were before. The innocence, I want to say probably the innocence is gone. And it's a sad thing when you're dealing with, it's baby water type of thing. And I go there because I'm baby water. And so it's, you grieve that life of how, your innocence is sad to realize, okay, Disney was a lie. Movies are fake AF, and it's all just fantasy meant to teach you lack and put you outside of yourself and to make you chase outside of self. And so once you found the love within and you started dating yourself and giving all of that love to yourself, right? And once you start pouring into self and treating self as if self is love, this is the vibration. And you attract in other people who are also in that energy. Ace of Pentacles. This is a far better opportunity for you. This is a great opportunity. This is a way better investment of your time in self to attract others in that same vibration. Self-love, respect for self. I've got the Four of Cups, the Temperance card. You're going to take your time, taking your time, because that Four of Cups says, I am not going back. Ain't no way in hell I'm ever going to accept what I did before. You're wiser, right? Stronger. I've got the 3, 4, and 5 out here. Look at me doing it again. That's so fun. Strength card, Wheel of Fortune. You're so ready for this. You're so ready for this. And this is the correct way. The Empress tamed the beast of your fear of taking this risk, because you're so much more spiritually and emotionally balanced. Your spiritual health is assisting with your emotional health, almost to the point to where your emotions are so protected this next time in that it's a gift. It's a gift to get that emotional side of you because of how deep and how pure and how true and how emphatically outpouring it is of your emotional self. So you're protecting it. You know it's a gift. And it's not just going to be for anybody. And what that does is that attracts in the exact right recipients. And you take your time to make sure they are. Yeah. Any drama, you are not having it. You're not having the drama. You know what it is you want, know what it is you don't want. There's the 2. I was wanting the 2. Now we have the Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And look, all these are left in the deck. All these are left in the deck. The work you've done on self, the work you have put into self. So now these decisions coming in are going to be a no-brainer. There's the final 4. These decisions coming in, no-brainer. You're going to see it a mile away because you are no longer about that drama, about the way you used to do things. You know, it's pretty funny too, saying that. Like, I used to watch a lot of television. I used to watch a lot of movies and television and all the things. And when I went spiritual and cleansed my temple and I purified myself, I cut all of the 3D world like completely off so that I could only attune to this life and this world. And when I cut off all the drama and I realized how much crap I was watching, and you are what you consume, you know, you are what you consume. So be very, very careful of the content that you take in. Because if you're watching drama, if you're watching horror, if you're watching gore, you're watching sad, you're watching all this stuff, you know, it's an escapism, yes, but, you know, you don't want to oversaturate. You don't want to overdo it. Because you are what you consume. And boy, was I overdoing it. I was raised in the world of television. It was my babysitter. It was my best friend up until right before my awakening. And when I realized what they were doing, you know, you want to go around and shake everybody and wake them up, but you can't. It's assault. I do it. It's love taps. That's see, bratty baby water. Hi. Okay. Let's look at why don't you listen to me? Yeah. Let's look at the beach time soul, because I love all the little healing messages that come out with this. This is kind of cute little deck for this exact reading because of all the work you did. You little phoenixes, you. The dragonfly, the butterfly, the phoenix, all those are in here. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out. If not one, possibly 2. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What does Cancer need to know? Single Cancers. And then we will take care of the relationship side. If you're in a partnership, a coupleship, or a situationship, that's coming up next. What else does Cancer need to know? Single Cancers. One time through this deck. Mirror. Self-image is being worked on. Keys on the ring. It's coming out here. It's about options, decisions. I feel like you're you're making sure that somebody is on your level. Heart with a key. There we go. Keys on a ring. Runner. Mirror up top. This one is golden mirror. Here we go. Okay. So this transformation that you've gone through could be very it's a little bit different for people to see you in such a way. People are probably pretty used to you going through your life with a lot of passion and a lot of outpouring. And I've even been accused of um, being very quick to the emotion of love. It's because I love love and I'm in love with the idea of being in love, right? And so I've been accused of that very thing. And so I took that and started pouring it into self and started just cutting off every single thing else outside of me. That is a transformation. It's surprising for people to see you operating out of a different energy when you're doing these changes, right? People see this different energy coming from you and you seem different. You're acting different, you're behaving different because you're working on your vibration. You've raised that frequency up. This mirror comes out, right? Your self-image is different. This is obvious. And so relationships are reflecting back to you and they're starting to mirror back based on what you're projecting outside of self. So you started working on that. What you were projecting outward, that got worked on. When that gets worked on, your entire world starts to fall into place because of the vibration in which you are operating. The vibration in which you're operating. I feel like we've got photograph coming out. So in the past, you would get into these extremely intense mirrored situations where you were attracting love bombers, you were attracting narcissists, you were attracting people who were taking advantage of the outpouring of love of your emotional gift. You were considered a supply to narcissistic people, and people will love to take and just ruminate in your energy over and over again because you are the type of love you give attracts a lot of energy vampires, and they took advantage of that. They would trigger you into these toxic situations of codependency, trauma bonding, living in ego, pushing you to compete, pushing you to try to fight, to want to be in these relationships. I've got keys on the ring, and then we've got heart with a key back here. So the heart with a key, I feel like the keys on the ring are the options that you started looking at. You started making better decisions. I feel like you started opening your heart up more, which is really difficult to do whenever it's been stomped on and stomped on and stomped on. And so when you take into account the kind of people that you've been attracting and you do different work on self and you start to attract in differently, and you consider yourself to be the love of your life and you start taking care of yourself and you start treating yourself with a lot more integrity and a lot more respect, and all of that love that got taken advantage of and got used and got manipulated and got played with, you started pouring that back into self. You started opening your heart to self, and then this turns you into this high vibrational magnet. When we pour into ourselves, we attract in. When we pour into others, we push away from us. Energy moves away from us. And we start having our light being given, and we start having our energy being used and taken out of us. And when you are pouring that back into self, because it's not being appreciated, it's not being poured into a viable source, it's not being poured into a source that is for the greater good of self, of, the partnership, the connection, the way the world needs to be, right? When you realize that this source is not viable, you return and bring it back in and start treating yourself as such. Whew. We've got I like you, engagement ring back here. I almost feel like you are committed completely to taking this all the way back down to basics and building things up super slowly moving forward. Whenever you're entering into any new partnerships moving forward, you're moving into new connections with this new mentality of not playing around anymore. You're not playing games. There's no more practice partners. You're dating with the intention of forever, forever, forever or nothing. And you're taking your time to make sure that somebody's going to meet that criteria before they are allowed acceptance and access to the gift of you, your energy, your love, your emotional outpouring. And so when you start to close that off and you start to really take care of yourself because of the pain you've been through, because of the deep heartbreak and the loss of people taking advantage and, kind of getting away with it for so long, ta-da, things come to light. Things come to light. You adapt, you change, you heal. You learn how to start building slowly, better for yourself. I like you, kisses, boat. Then the passion comes after you're able to move forward with somebody who has ascended, who has shown you that they're going through progression, that they have cleared their old closure issues, that everybody here is available emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. That is how we build unions that last forever. The type of connections of people who are wanting to date for forever, not just any more games, not just playing around. Okay. Cute. All right. That's a lot. Woo. So channeled that message. I know, buddy. He was getting in the trance. Okay. Okay. Singles, that was your reading. I hope that helped clarify things. Can relate. My gosh. Can so relate. Beautiful, healthy. That's big in Cancer world right now. And I've been seeing that a lot. That there's been a lot of focus on, kind of changing how things have been done so far because it ain't working. It hasn't worked. We've probably been lied to that, society says this is how you get and keep and love and do. And bro, I know, but you can do it here. Oh, sorry, honey. Oops. You fell off right here. Okay. Just fell off the side. Oh, his little face. I know. He's just laying there on the floor like a splat. Okay. All right. Every single time. Yes. Let's look at couples. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a partnership, if you're in a coupleship and you are having issues with your partner, if you are going through it with your person, you guys could be, moving quickly to some pretty assertive decisions here. Let's see what's going on. Yikes. Let's see what's going on. Do you want to use this deck? Okay, I'll use it. Apparently, there's a lot to unpack here. Oh no. Okay, this is one of those times. This is one of those times when I can make a point in the same video. Seven of Swords is sitting here. It's paired with the Knight of Wands and the Tower. So in this pairing, this is where this would absolutely be deception. Somebody here is operating from their own personal gains, and they're creating a very chaotic, tumultuous, horrific situation in your world, in your home. For some of you, this deck wants to talk. Okay, here we go. What crosses or compliments Cancers in a relationship, partnership, situationship. If you're in a situation and you're all having issues, what crosses or complements? Wow. Okay, yep. The World card. Do we stay or do we go now? We got the Death card. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Yep, there we go. Wanting to end it, sick and tired of the sadness, the grief. There's the marriage-like connection. There's some sort of, if it's not a marriage, then it's on that level. It's that deep. It's that intensely connected. And now the world's out here. The world is, lessons learned. Lessons learned. I'm really aware of what's going on now, and this is an ending. This is an ending to a new beginning, whether it's the issue happening or the entire thing. The entire thing, because these paired together, that is absolutely, completely, and totally upset about this. Pain, grief, sadness, betrayal. We just jumped on into this, didn't we? All right, what is the best that can be achieved? This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you're in a partnership, relationship, situationship, y'all are having issues. Cross watchers, of course, are welcome. Switch that energy. Okay, we have a reversal. Manipulation like crazy. The Magician has reversed. Somebody here has been getting away with a lot of manipulation. Somebody here has been tricking the hell out of you. They probably have been lying from the beginning. Lying from the very beginning. They probably created this completely different persona that you had no idea about. And all along, all behind the scenes, every opportunity they could, right? They're trying to get away with something here. I feel like they could have been trying to make some sort of a new plan. Like they may have gotten a little cocky, a little ahead of themselves here, and they slipped. This is a messenger. That's a messenger coming out. They slipped and you found something out. Lesson learned. You found out this has been going on a lot longer than you could have ever imagined. Here we go. Star card at the bottom with the Five of Swords. Another change, walking away. What do you do? What do you do? The star cards out here, healing needs to happen. We've got 8 of Pence, 9 of Cups, right? You're committed to feeling better no matter what. No matter what. But I was just about to ask, what's the foundation? Bing. 8 of Swords. Completely at a loss. All of these came out. 2 of Pentacles. You're deciding. There's a decision now. What do you do? Do you stay or do you go? This has been happening a little bit in the partnerships. There's 3 retrogrades happening currently at the time of this reading. So a lot of the shifts are happening with structures, looking at connections, how things are, and there is an obvious amount of information that has leaked. Queen of Wands with the 2 of Cups, and the Justice card, and the 5 of Pentacles. So, yeah. When this is not a fire sign reading, so all the bad raps, all the stereotypical meanings of all the cards are coming out, and they're all going to be here for this reading. This is one of those times. This is one of those times because it's not a fire sign reading, but here's the Queen of Wands. Here's the partnership started with somebody else who has attention who should not have it. They should not have it. This is a karmic lesson here because there's another queen who felt pushed aside. Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Tell me about that past energy. What's that past energy? Gosh. There you are, Cancer. Chariot. Chariot, 9 of Pentacles. That's the Emperor driving the chariot. This is the pre-Empress, right? In the past, you were promised a lot from this person. They promised you that they were going to focus on you and take you all the places. They were going to take you out of your single, joyous, independent self and put you in this high vibrational setting that you were just going to be in your queendom, and they were going to take you so far. But this is a lesson. This is some sort of lesson. There's the hanged man, right? That sacrifice of finding out the truth about this partnership, this connection, this harsh realization. It was anything but. anything but. I don't hang out there long. Here, look. Yeah, Queen of Cups, Moon card. You had no idea what was coming. No idea what was coming as I split to the devil and the Eight of Cups. What was coming up. You had no idea. This was completely out of the blue. This completely fooled you. Almost to the point to where you were even questioning. You're like, okay, Cancers are supposed to be so intuitive. How did I not see this coming? How did I not see this coming? And you start to really question everything. And you're like, I must not have any intuition. I must not, I've done this. I get duped sometimes and it's my job, and I'm just like, man, I need to do some work. I need to clear my third eye. How could I not see that? But you get so blind, right? This is that telling you all the right things in just the right vibration, right? You're in this vibration, you're vibing high. Sometimes if you're, not aware that you're being presented with a lesson, you can get swept away. It's easy to get carried away sometimes. Whew. What's that future position? What's that future outcome for this partnership, relationship, situationship? Just dumped a whole bunch out here. My gosh. Because it wants these. Okay, 5 of Swords, 10 of Swords, changes, walking away, 10 of Swords, ending. I think ultimately you're going to decide to at least walk away from this so that you can get your mind right and get balanced and get back in check. The Temperance is way down the road, the major arcana of the Justice card that kept coming out. Justice card is a karmic lesson, a karmic lesson, a karmic lesson, cause and effect, right? This happened and now everything's changing. Because this happened. Now everything's different. Everything changes. And now, the realization, I was just thinking this, the realization is everything changed, but was it ever what you thought it was, right? You're coming to this awakening, this realization, and you're like thinking back and you're like, man, was it even ever that? We've got the 2 of Wands with the Queen of Wands, the 9 of Swords. The 2 of Wands is the grass is always greener. This person may have always had an affinity, a wandering eye, the need to go out and seek and pursue and consume and gather and collect. Yeah, this is somebody who takes huge risks. How long? How long has this been going on? Since the beginning, 4 of Wands? Since the very beginning, since you started building up this happy home? With these giant promises of forever, the 8 of Cups right after that 10 of Cups. Hooey. You're just like, man, this is just a bunch of hooey. And now you're pushed into having to make this decision. What do I do? What's next? I didn't even see this coming. And now your new connection, your new dedication is focusing on fixing it. Getting balanced again over your mental and emotional self because of all the crap you've just experienced, all this extreme toxic behavior that you endured and never saw coming. It happens. It happens to the best of us. And don't feel any type of way about that, because if you have a trusting and loving heart, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing at all wrong with that. It just teaches you. It teaches you how to be more aware. Like I've said in the reading before, we're stronger, we're better. We come in ready for, anything they got. You can smell it a mile away, right? Sometimes we go through horrific, terrible things so that you can appreciate the wonderfulness of something that is supposed to be. So it can take you to the places where you're meant to be, so you can know the difference of ill treatment versus correct behavior. It's possible. It is. It really is. But that vibration is so important for you to protect, to be able to have that keen awareness. Hindsight's 2020, right? In looking back and going back and looking back on things. We tend to feel, real intelligent after we start finding things out. And then we have these realizations, and then you sink into this energy of, man, I'm so stupid. I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. Then you start beating yourself up, and then you get pissed off, and then you take yourself through this awakening and this healing, and then you'll get there. These are roller coasters of these emotions that you have to process. I have a feeling like Spirit is probably going to pull you away from this, at least temporarily, so that you can get clarity of your mind, so that you can figure out what's going on here over your emotional self. Your emotional self needs to be in balance. We got second chance trying to come out. See, somebody could try to cloud your mind and try to catch you in a vulnerable moment before you're ready, before you're even ready to have that clarity, that understanding, to do your research, right? To really figure out what's going on here. People may take advantage of that, right? Oh, look, apology, second chance. Good gracious. Good gracious. And when you're dealing with a master manipulator, the best that can be achieved, the magician was in the reverse. The best that can be achieved is you're dealing with somebody who has shown you exactly who the heck they are. It's an illusion. These are illusions. They're going to cloud your judgment. They're taking advantage of the fact that you're very vulnerable, unbalanced, right? It's this is an illusion of all of these regrets. Oh, I'm so regretful. You're regretful that you got caught. that's the problem, is you get caught, okay? And then now you're sorry. Now you're upset with me, for me. Blah. All right. Let's go one time through this deck. What do my Cancers need to know? What's the real? We're going to use the untold truth for Cancers. If you're in a marriage, a partnership, a relationship, and you're having issues, cross watchers, of course, switch that energy if you need to. Frozen's trying to come out. There are no words, right? They're asking you to sit in silence. Sit still. The less you say, the better. Itchy. The less you say, the better. What does Cancer need to know? We're going to go one time through this deck, Spirit. Just once. Thank you. Confusion. One time through this deck, Spirit. Just once. Thank you. Beginning. Ooh, somebody's going to try to take advantage. They're hoping to take you back to those memories. Oh, sheesh. All right. So, you have a heart song coming out. So, your inner knowing, right? Your inner gut feeling is just hanging off the charts, right? That intuition, your inner feelings, you're just all kinds of stuff. There could be things that, pulled you to look at something in a certain time, right? That just will not stop. And so you find things out. Divine timing will send you in the right place to see the right thing at the right time to give you this information, right? And so this is where the confusion comes in. This is where you start to feel really puzzled and really unsettled because of these feelings coming in. And so the best thing for you to do is to pull back. The less you say, the better. The less you say, the better. Okay. Sit with your feelings, process these things. You really want to process these things. You go all over the map when you're in a place of pain and heartache and grief and sadness. We've got beginning and euphoria. You're going, you'll beat yourself up and go all the way back to the beginning, to when did this start happening? When did I start missing these signs? Were they there all along? Has this always been going on? Right? We've got chasing thrills, joy, all the laughter that happened in the beginning, everything. You start getting really, really pissed off going through those memories, having a little resentment build up, starting to get a little annoyed, getting angry. You were receptive to what this person was telling you, all the promises. You had your heart wide open to this person, and they gave you a bill of goods. They told you about commitment. They told you about forever. They made you all kinds of promises. And it's coming to the surface here that this person gets very bored very easily and operates from a place of superficiality. They are chasing thrills, right? You thought that they were chasing thrills with you, and it seems that this person just has a little habit of that. This is something that they like to do. They sit in this energy of superficiality. You know, they're really empty, so they are bored, and they fulfill that with very toxic things. Somebody here is hoping and longing. I see, with the second chance and apology out here, somebody's really, really hoping that you're going to be apprehensive to want to just run away from this right away. Somebody here is hoping and praying that you're going to be afraid to leave this, that you're going to want to be in this, so that you're going to want to work this out, and that you're going to take them back. Deep down, you feel it, though. I think you're feeling it. This is that inner knowing. We've got roaming wild, secret admirer, and then we've got better off back here. We've got better off at the bottom. So this is about you kind of clearing your headspace, pulling away from this, to look at this, to look at what is really going on here. How long has this been going on? Somebody here has a lot of suppression about their the risks that they have taken, this free spiritedness that they've done. You're trying to have complete and total peace over your emotional pain, over all of this going on. So the only way to have peace over this is to pull away from this. Pull away from this to get clarity. Pull away from this to get clarity. I'm also going to guide you to start seeking advice and guidance and counsel from trusted source. If you need to start seeking therapy, do so. If you need to seek a spiritual guidance, a spiritual guru, do so. If you need to seek out life coaching, do so. Do so. If you feel like you're going through a depressive state and you need to talk to somebody, they have free hotlines. You can reach out on free hotlines and talk to anybody and just purge this out. There's people who are willing to listen to you kind of talking it out. Sometimes just voicing it out will help walk you to the answers. If you can just get it out. If you're so isolated and you've been so secluded in this and you feel like, you're embarrassed and you don't really want to say anything, there are people out there who are non-biased, who have no skin in the game whatsoever, other than to, you're the audience, you're the target audience. So the focus would be on you. The focus would be on you. Okay. It's always helpful and beneficial to get that non-biased assistance with something. Somebody here is really going to play on your emotional state. So you have got to protect yourself. I've got pretend and memories, right? Somebody here is really going to poke at your emotional state. And it's really unfair to do that whenever you need time to process such horrific discoveries. Okay. From what I was seeing out here, it looks pretty bad. Do seek out assistance, do seek out guidance, and as needed, reach out to anybody that you possibly can. I know you're probably all over the internet, using keywords, and your algorithms are probably pretty hyper vigilant in the quest to get you there. So take the time, though, to kind of pull away from the echo chamber, center, ground yourself, quiet your mind, try to get control over your emotional state, purge that shit out, purge it out, get it out of you. I've had to do that. When you feel the need and the want to, do it. Excuse yourself. Go and get it out. I know it's pitiful. It's okay. Emotions are valid. It's valid. You're allowed to do so. Okay. You're allowed to do so. And anybody who says you're not is uncomfortable with theirs. So excuse yourself, do so, cleanse and move through it. All right, my babes. Okay, if you're interested in a personal reading, all that information is in the description box attached to this video. I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading here. Follow me on all of my other platforms for a chance to catch me live. Hit those notification bells. All those notifiers will let you know every single time I'm energetically called to come live. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for all of your beautiful energy, for persisting, for participating. That's it, for your participation on my live chat. I appreciate you. That notification bell, definitely do hit that because that'll let you know all the times I'm live. That like button is so appreciated also because that's energetic exchange. And when I am live on those other platforms, you can get free guidance from me and ask me questions. So when I do come live and do paid reads, hi, buddy, then that's when I'm available to answer questions for you and at a discounted rate. If you want private on my website, you can book with me there. Until next time, happy birthday, Cancers. Mine is in a few days as well. So it's our season, the sunny, hot season right now. I hope you're all staying cool. I hope you're all doing well. Much love, all the abundance and positive vibes you can possibly stand. Y'all take care and bye. Bye. There he goes.